This is DW News live from Berlin. Julian Assange is to stay on British soil, avoiding extradition to the United States. His supporters celebrated as the British judge spared the WikiLeaks founder on the grounds that an extradition would be oppressive to his mental health. Also coming up, Britain begins administering a second coronavirus vaccine developed by Oxford University and drug maker AstraZeneca. This as the government prepares to announce new lockdown measures. I'm Gerhard Elfers. Welcome to the program. A British judge has ruled
Today on One, your daily dose of local affairs and social media commentary.
Today on One, women in business empowered through UK trade program. Grootfontein residents call for improved hospital infrastructure. And elderly and the unemployed in Rehoboth in need of assistance.
The UK government recently launched the Trade Forward Southern Africa program to support partner countries operating across the Southern African Customs Union and Mozambique. Trade Forward Southern Africa is an £8.9 million program that is part of the UK Prosperity Fund Global Trade Program. According to Charlotte Fenton, the charge d'affaires of the British High Commission in Windhoek, the TFSA is committed to provide technical support and capacity building to the Namibian government to achieve inclusive and women-centered growth for regional and international trade.
In order to see the most transformation for regional trade and international trade, we need to see greater gender equality. And this is a position that the Trade Forward Southern Africa programme shares with the Namibian government. So a commitment to inclusive and women-centred growth. There are 4 pillars to the programme, and one of those is women in trade. So we're looking here to support the growing number of women-dominated businesses to reach external markets, both regionally and internationally. The programme includes a information hub which provides information to businesses looking to expand and looking to trade, so how they can reach the key markets, price figures, and how to find the right buyers. And there is a specific page on the portal that is dedicated to support women in trade.
There are various blueprints aimed at accelerating intra-African trade and boosting Africa's trading position on an international, continental and regional platform. According to Fenton, this new economic partnership agreement will help Southern African countries to overcome the economic barriers to trade when moving goods between the UK and SACU plus Mozambique.
The Economic Partnership Agreement ensures duty-free and quota-free access for goods imported into the UK from the SACU countries and Mozambique. And for exports from the UK to those countries, the agreement provides for the removal of or reduction of tariffs and tariff quotas. So the Trade Forward Southern Africa programme is there to help businesses establish those relationships, set up those trading partners, and once that has happened, then the Economic Partnership Agreement helps to overcome the economic barriers to trade to allow the movement of goods between the two countries.
The UK government also recently announced that it supported the Namibian government with over £300,000 through the Southern Africa COVID-19 Humanitarian and Remittance Relief Fund for emergency assistance to communities worst affected by the impact of COVID-19. These funds will be used to promote food security interventions in communities that have been heavily impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic.
station subscribes to the Namibia Media Code of Conduct and is regulated by the Media Ombudsman, appointed to deal with complaints about media content that breach this code. This includes content that is inaccurate, unfair, or that invade privacy. We encourage aggrieved members of the public to submit complaints to the Media Ombudsman via mediaombudsmannamibia.org. The Media Ombudsman is supported by the Editors Forum of Namibia, advocating for ethical and quality journalism.
Community Voices proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation. Good today, better tomorrow.
Residents of Grootfontein in Otjadonjupa are aggrieved at the condition in which the town state hospital has dilapidated for over 3 years now, with no resolve from the town's council. The aggrieved residents noted that many of the sanitation facilities in the Grootfontein State Hospital have been broken for years now, leaving only a few which are used by the masses.
If you go to any hall to visit people, patients in the hospital have no toilet to use. They have to share a toilet. Men and women are sharing one toilet. People for the past 2 to 3 years, this is going on in the state hospital of Grootfontein, where a big hospital that occupies people from Jonkwe, people from Gam, people from Gamatapati, people from Coplands, people from where are using one toilet. People from the nearest farm, if they come to this hospital, we are sharing a toilet. Men, women, children. What's going on, people? Is this the government that they have to look to us? Is this the Namibia that we are in such condition we are living? We don't have toilet in this state hospital to use.
En hierdie corona se tyd. Dit is nie goed nie. Mense moet kom kyk en regmaak asseblief ons is moeg. Dit wat hulle het is net vir stap. Die toilet wat hulle het is net vir die stap en wat ons anders. Moet dan in toilet met die mense ingaan. Is nie goed nie. Mense julle moet kom regmaak ons is moeg.
Dit is fijn mensen en die toilet wat niet werkt meer wordt vastgemaakt, is vastgemaakt. Hoe komt dat die mensen niet goed is? En die vloer, mensen kan eerst in die vloer kijken. Maar die mensen zetten die vloer en piepen in die vloer. Het is misschien mooi zo niet. Mensen moeten goed terecht maken. En dat hospitaal is fijn, bijna fijn. Als een mens die vloeren kijkt, als een mens daar komt. Dat stinkt bijna, stinkt. Rarig, maar die mensen moeten die kranen in die toiletten schoonmaken. Bijna toiletten wat veel is en bijna kranen wat niet werkt niet.
The Regional Health Director for the Otjadonjupa region in response attested to the issue, noting that the town council is aware of the hygiene and sanitation challenges which were brought on by the aging of the hospital, adding that there are plans to improve the condition of the hospital.
When it comes to the Grootfontein hospital itself, I cannot say the condition is rosy. We have some challenges. Challenges in terms of, yes, of course, the building is an old building. It's not a new building. And there are some toilets, of course, that are not working. And there are those working. The challenges is mainly caused by the aging of the hospital. Ministry of Works and Transport have been trying to assist us here and there. Even ourselves as a Ministry of Health, we have been trying to fix here and there. But as you repair today here, tomorrow that other one is broken. Yes, of course, if it comes to the taps that are not working, yes, it's true. There are taps, some taps that are not working. But it is not to say there is no tap which is not working at all. And the hygiene condition is compromised to the level that nobody can do anything.
Timothy has added that renovations which began with the lighting in the hospital will be done in phases and will soon resume as they were halted by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Rebo's inhabitants are finding it hard to get by, with many going to bed hungry. Today on One visited Petrus Witbeen, a 57-year-old man at the Block E informal settlement whose house burned down early this year and survives on making knives to make ends meet.
Hoe die man is uit, die huis is uitbrand. Ek het sien, het is net op hier zo. Ek ben niet komen, die mensen, hulle maak dood. Ek kom, ek vloog daar zo. Kinders is niet daar, daarom geluk. Die tijd gebrand ombreng. Kinders bij die school. Heb nog niet gekomen. Met man die ze moet die klomp goed aan elkaar. Dat is maar bouwen. Niet leer, maar niet school gegaan. Dus is 8 kinderen. Maar ik heb die school gegaan. Ander zijn we de school gegaan.
Ik was werk toen, so I got around 2 I came back home. So daar wat ek is toe gekom en dus sien ek nou net die groot plan, maar toe kom ek ons nou met die taxi verby. Maar die was hy sal kry afgebrand. And then what the people said was, hulle weet nie wanneer dit gebrand het. So nou het hulle okay, van daai het ek sien dat self nou hierdie gestrek aan weer opgebou. En het second hand gaan gekoop by iemand wat kamertjie gekoop het. Toe koop hulle hierdie huis, toe sit hulle weer op, maar hulle tussen nou het ook die krag, ook die water. So from that time they're struggling with electricity also.
Meanwhile, others are begging for jobs and claim that life has become so unbearable to the extent that they do not know where to turn to after they have lost their jobs due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Ik werk hard, maar wat ik corona tegen niet, nou, dat is meer werk niet. Moet er nog plaats weer zoeken op hard. De kost is zo is op bij je. Die mensen rond in. Dat kun je dit mensen met de 10 naar Pakis en zo, dat iedereen is.
Ik heb die geplay, ik play bij mijn broer. En die bouwwerk wat hij zegt, is waar wat hij zegt. Onze werken gehad, maar God zal nog altijd voor ons werk geven. En mannetje, never.
Boys further pleads with community members to assist them or contact them for any construction or handiwork on 081 723 8473 or 081 697 4997.
Community Voices proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation. Good today, better tomorrow.
In other leading stories, a grant of 200,000 euros has been awarded to the Save the Rhino Trust Namibia to support the local communities in protecting the world's last free-ranging black rhino and the sustainability of initiatives that bring revenue to these communities. Funded by the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States and the European Union through the Biopalmer program, this 2-year project will train and equip SRT trackers and rhino rangers to continue monitoring and protecting the rhinos in the Kunene and Irongo regions of Namibia. Save the Rhino Trust works tirelessly to protect the last free-roaming population of black rhinos left in the world. The black rhino is a critically endangered species according to the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. The project will contribute to improving resiliency of rhino custodian communities against external pressure. It will improve collection of rhino monitoring data through the use of new technology in the field, as well as the installation of critical infrastructure needed for communication and well-being of rhino trackers whilst on patrol. The Rhino Ranger program has been noted as one of the most innovative community-based rhino conservation initiatives in Africa. The approach of incentivizing local participation in conservation has contributed significantly to the reduction of poaching in the landscape, and income from rhino monitoring has provided a sustainable form of alternative livelihood income for approximately 50 community-based rhino rangers currently working in the region.
Welcome to Comments Corner, your daily dose of local comments from the hottest social media pages. We look at more comments from the operation codenamed Hokanam that was launched recently, a combination of previous joint crime prevention operations of the Namibian police force, namely Honkrans, Kalahari and Namib Desert. It is scheduled to end on the 12th of March 2021. Vilo said unless approached professionally, he will fight back. Sarah said they should not take life but rather to protect. Nkala hopes that the operation will be professional since it was launched by the Deputy Inspector General. And that is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day only on Today and One.
Akili, 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 akili. Water, water, wash your hands. Scrub with soap, wash your hands. Front and back, wash your hands. To be clean and safe. Wash your hands before you eat your breakfast. Wash your hands before you eat your lunch. Wash your hands before you eat your dinner. Wash your hands before you start to munch. Water, water, wash your hands. Scrub with soap, wash your hands. Front and back, wash your hands to be clean and safe. Wash your hands after using the toilet. Wash your hands after you sneeze or cough. Wash your hands after you touch animals. Wash your hands to wash all the germs off. Water, water, wash your hands. Scrub with soap, wash your hands. Front and back, wash your hands to be clean and safe.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of 700 Club Nigeria. Today on 700 Club Nigeria, a woman encounters inexplicable pain after the delivery of her baby. An interesting chat with the Israeli ambassador to Nigeria. Plus, we'll learn about the power within our spoken word.
My cushion in the land of the living, help me sing. As for me, and my house, we will serve thee all.
Prevention is important. Help prevent the spread of illness and keep yourself and others well. Hand washing is one of the most effective ways of preventing the spread of germs. Wash your hands regularly with soap and hot water, scrubbing your hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds. Hand sanitizers can be used but are not recommended as a substitute for hand washing. Use sanitizers in addition to hand washing or in a situation where soap and water are not available. To avoid spreading germs, limit sharing of personal items such as utensils, cups, and dishes. Your skin acts as a barrier to germs, but your eyes, nose, and mouth are more vulnerable. Wash your hands thoroughly before touching your face, eating, or drinking. Avoid physical contact with others, including handshakes, fist bumps, high fives, hugs, and kisses. Social distancing is deliberately increasing the physical space between people to avoid spreading germs. While regulations may vary by country or area, the best guideline for social distancing is to maintain a distance of 6 feet from others. Germs can travel through the air from one person to another. If you sneeze or cough, do so into a tissue or the inside of your elbow to prevent the spread of germs. Avoid contact with ill individuals and insist they isolate themselves until they have recovered and are symptom-free. Clean and sanitize frequently touched common surfaces and high-traffic areas in your home and workplace several times a day. Share these guidelines with others and help prevent the spread of illness and maintain a healthy environment. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure.
COVID-19 affects people very differently. Many people show no symptoms at all, but some are hospitalized for weeks. So what does the disease do to your body? The coronavirus enters through the mouth, nose, or eyes. It then usually attaches itself to cells lining the nose, throat, airways, or lungs. It can turn these cells into factories that multiply and spread the virus. For the majority, a fever, cough, and breathlessness are as bad as it gets. But the virus can damage the small blood vessels lining the lungs and initiate clotting. The alveoli are tiny air sacs where oxygen goes into the blood. If they become inflamed, it can trigger pneumonia. Seriously ill patients need to be given oxygen as the lungs fill with fluid and debris.
I legit couldn't breathe. My oximeter was measuring under 88% oxygen levels, which is very dangerous. And the only time I ever thought my life was in danger was at that point.
COVID-19 doesn't just affect the lungs. It can also disrupt the immune system, which is used by the body to fight illnesses. Cytokines are part of the immune system that find and signal infections. For some people with severe COVID-19, this system can go into overdrive. If too many cytokines build up, it can cause an overreaction that damages healthy cells. This is called a cytokine storm for the most severe cases. COVID-19 can lead to seizures or even a coma. It can also cause brain problems that lead to strokes. The immune system overreacting can cause clots that stop the blood supply to parts of the brain. Brain inflammation, psychosis, and dementia-like symptoms can also affect seriously ill patients. The average length of the illness is 14 days, but many people have symptoms for much longer. Breathing problems and post-viral fatigue last for months in some cases.
I cannot walk for long simply because I will feel a little bit short of breath and I feel the need to sit down. And that's something that has never happened to me before.
Some of the people who are most likely to develop severe symptoms are older adults and those with underlying health conditions. It's not fully known how anyone will react to COVID-19 until they get it, so it's important for everyone to follow health guidance. What precautions are you taking to stay safe?
About to get slippery. This girl here at home, she lonely, and I told her she can come on me. She can count on me. She can come on me. The way she look at me, tell her the beauty. The way she look at me, tell her the beauty. And I'm on again, again. And I'm on again, again.